order. It is 7:22 p.m. and we do have a quorum present. It was suggested that we have a moment of silence in respect for the California wildfire victims. So let's please have a quick moment of silence. Okay, let us resume. So we do have a quorum. Almost 2/3 of the entire ownership is represented. Just two homeowners short of 2/3, which is phenomenal participation. Appreciate everyone that's here and everyone that obtained proxies for this meeting. First, proof of notice of the meeting. Did everyone get notice of the meeting? I assume by you being here, you do have notice.
Yes.
So, okay, proof of notice, we're good on proof of notice. And at River Plantation 4, our bylaws require official association notices, such as your annual meeting notice, to be distributed via mail anytime there's an official notice. So that's why you got a mail version along with an email version. So we have a requirement to mail that. Next, we have reading of the minutes from the preceding meeting, which this meeting was actually in October 2022. So we did not have an official owners meeting with a quorum in 2023 or I guess 2024 either. So we didn't have a quorum to have an official meeting with official meeting minutes since October 27, 2022. So at this time, we will ask for a motion to waive the reading of these minutes. Would somebody like to make a motion to waive the reading of the minutes?
I so move.
All right, do we have a second?
I second.
All right, all in favor of waiving the reading of the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, now can we get a motion to approve the minutes as written? We have a motion to approve, do we have a second?
Yes.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the minutes are approved as written. Next, we have reports of officers. First, just want to go and have all the board members introduce themselves, just in case any of you don't know who your board members are. So we can start here with James.
James Davis, President of the Board.
No, Ryber, Vice President of the Board.
Jay, your secretary.
Mirabelle, I'm just here for the ride.
And Colette, I'm the treasurer.
And I'm David Floyd III. And that's Cy Taylor. He's our colleague. He also works with our company and is helping us out with our implementation. So at this time, I will turn it over for the board for reports of officers. And again, we'll start at this end of the table and work down.
It is mandated for a president's report, which really is just kind of a highlight of some of the things from the past year. But one of the things that I'd like to say is, many of you may not know, David and his wife had a baby just last month. So congratulations. He was a little bit under the weather, which made him late tonight. It's still a very exciting time for them. So David, we're glad for you on that.
Thank you.
Some of the highlights from the year, we began the year by accepting a bid from Doug Weaver, LLC, for a gutter soffit and fascia project, and that had actually been approved in late 2023, but the work was done and completed in 2024. We went through a process where it was very long, as we know. It took a long time to get the work done, but that was completed again from Doug Weaver, and the total approximate cost of the project was about $340,000, which we had taken out of loan in 2023 to help pay for that. One of the big things that happens also at the turn of last year was the insurance, which had gone up so much. We had budgeted for 2024, as we worked on that budget, about $120,000 for insurance. The bill that we got literally on December 28th of 2023, saying this would start on January 1 of 2024, was for about $313,000. And you can just see the difference there between $120,000 and $313,000. Because of that, it then led to an assessment of $1,000 per unit to help cover just the cost of the insurance increases. Again, just to make it kind of a simple part of math, if you figure 320, 120, that was $200,000 difference. From what had been budgeted, there's 148 units. So at $1,000 each, that was $148,000 of the increase that had happened. Some of the other part of that was absorbed into what had been just reserve funds and some other things. But all that is to say, that was a huge thing in the assessment that came along with that. When we did that, though, we also had been notified by the insurance carrier, another significant event for 2024, was that some of our panels, the Zencode panels, were not in proper order, were not fire rated anymore, they were considered a hazard. Very much to the credit of our community, we had to put in a mandate for, was it 24 or was it 48?
I think it was 48.
48 homes that had to have the panels replaced. That was done within a couple of months' time after we'd given sufficient notice for that to take place. And in response to all of that, our insurance then was rebid and came in at about $170,000. And so we also, by the way, have gotten a rebate back, a refund from part of what we've been paying on the higher principal and things. But all that is to say that the insurance was really probably one of the three huge things for the year. The work done by Weaver and Company, the assessment, the insurance, and then rebidding from the insurance, which again, thanks to Floyd and Associates and their work by David in trying to get that rebid and back down. So that was pretty significant. The other part of the significant things for the year, third thing was with the termination of CMA as our management company and bringing on David Floyd and Associates. Many of you were part of that process in that we interviewed different companies. We then had them come here. You were able to hear them, talk to them, ask questions and things. And overwhelmingly, our community voted to go with David Floyd and Associates. And so it's still kind of learning our way through the process. I think he is still acquiring documents from CMA to help process and to fill in some of the gaps. But all of that is to be said that I think all of us have been excited, again, David, to have you guys on board and working with you and some of the responses and things that we get with that. So that's kind of brief and simple, but that's kind of the President's report for 2024. Thank you.
Wow, way down to me, huh? Hopefully everybody can see, I put together a small presentation, and I'm gonna go over the,
Can you turn that just a little bit? Or
I'll do it.
just a little bit this way?
I got it.
Oh, I can't.
Thank you.
I got it all.
Oh, that helps.
All good.
Yes, that helps. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Can you guys see?
I can see it. I can. But even his glasses on, I couldn't. Awesome.
This is all in your, these are just snapshots of the financials that you all have in your packets, so there's nothing different, all right? Basically, our assets, we ended up the year with about $315,000 in checking and savings. As I know I've said the past couple years, we want to keep a minimum of $100,000 at all times. We've tried finding out what our minimum reserve should be, and really have not gotten an answer. Most of the time it's making sure you have at least one or two deductibles for your insurance policies, so that's kind of where we stand. Obviously, we don't want to necessarily go down to $100,000, but we have $200,000 of about $215,000 of funds that can be used for projects going forward. Accounts receivable, it's just funds due from homeowners, and then we've got the building improvements. I think that's a little bit low. We put actually about $350,000 in building improvements, and we're showing that as an asset. So total assets of $588,000. On the liabilities, we've got our bank loan. We've got it paid down to $339,000 at the end of the year, which is we're making decent progress. We took out $400,000, as everybody knows, a year and a half ago. And then we've got, again, total equity of about $248,000. And the income statement, we took in total income of $681,000. We had budgeted about $568,000. That did not include the special assessment, so we were over budget on our income. I'm just going to go to the actuals. I've highlighted some of the issues that we've had this year with one-time type fees. Our total administrative costs were $371,000. And I had notes on these slides that I cannot see with this presentation the way it is. Now you can see them. But I think when I do the slideshow, can you see it now? No. No.
It went away.
It went away. Well,
Sorry, Jason. Let me get one attempt at this.
all right. Problem? Screen?